This Wednesday, on a very special edition of Spotlight Night, Kerry Douglas talks with 11-time Stellar Award winner Pastor Mike Jr. up close and in person. Pastor Mike Jr. talks about the new album Winning, featuring the smash hit Impossible, plus the world premiere of his new video. This Wednesday, November 16th.
Lady T couldn't make it. I don't know what happened to her. Maybe she's getting her hair done or something. But I'm sure she's in the background making sure this go right. But right now, I want to introduce y'all to the one and only, the funniest man in the whole gospel. And he done crossed over to secular, y'all. Give it up to this man right here. Y'all, Marcus Wiley.
What's up?
What's up, Marcus?
What's up, kid? You good?
I'm happy to be here, man.
Man, thank you for having me. Thank you. I appreciate it. But it's not about me tonight. Tonight, you already know who we have, who we're going to talk to.
11 times?
11 times. He the Bill Russell of the Stellar Award. 11 Stellar Awards. He is Billboard charting. Okay, every time I look on there. Pastor Mike. He all on there. All type of awards, all type of accolades, but very well deserved. Also a pastor.
Yes.
They call him what?
Pastor Mike.
No.
PMJ.
PMJ is like a sandwich. But we know him as Pastor Mike Jr. Come on, in the building.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm honored and excited to be here. I mean it from the bottom of my heart, man. I think even when I hear people say stuff like 11 awards and billboards, I say it all the time, man, and I just thank God for Kerry Douglas and all that we've done. And it's crazy to just sit back, Kerry, and it seems like yesterday I looked at you and was like, hey, this is what I want to do. And I can remember you looking at me, it's like, whoa. Then you was like, let's do it. And the rest is history, man. So I'm here. Let's get up close and personal, man. I'm ready.
Wow, man. You know what? I have to say this, Pastor Mike, and I want the world to know this. I want special everyone who's inspiring to be an artist, and some of the people who are artists and all that. What I want to say, and I just want the world to hear my heart on this. When I first met you, man, you know, you were a successful pastor.
Yeah.
But you had something that you was impregnated with for a long time. You wanted to deliver the word of music to people. Basically, you wanted to be an artist. And I say that like you wanted to be an artist. I talk to artists all day, every day. I talk to people. I've promoted and managed many artists. When I say that you want to be an artist, that means you are into your craft. And I want everybody to know that you're a guy that's totally into your craft. You specialize in what you're doing. So can you talk about that just a little bit for anybody who's up and coming? Because you've done some amazing things in less than 3 years. So talk from your heart and really talk to the people.
Yeah, man. And again, that just means a lot coming from you. And I say that because you are uncommon amongst uncommon people. And that's a strong statement if everybody listened to that, Kerry. You are uncommon amongst the uncommon. There are 4 levels of life. Number 1, you are common amongst common people. Number 2, you are uncommon amongst common people. Number 3, you are common amongst uncommon. But number 4 is a place where people rarely reach. When you become uncommon against uncommon, or you become great to great people. And you've seen the likes of a James Fortune, you've seen the likes of God rest his soul, the legend Keith Wonderboy. You've seen Zacardi Cortez, you've seen it all. So to hear you say that means a lot to me. I was pregnant with a vision, man, and I think somebody watching right now, you have all of the tools, you have all of the heart, you have the willing, but are you willing to take the steps necessary to become what God called you to be? You know this, Kerry, when you met me, the night you heard Big and the night you heard I Got It, I was 290 pounds. You know, I was thinking about it.
That's what I'm talking about. I didn't want to talk about that, but you share it with the people and share it with them, man, and tell them what you said, because you didn't just say it, Pastor Mike. You did it. You was about it. So go on and share it with them.
So when I met you, I played the music because, again, keep in mind, Marcus, I wasn't going to put this one mute. This was music for my church. I never made this for the world. For me, at our church anniversary, we were going to drop Big. We were going to sing I Got It. These were songs we would sing around the church. And I meet Kerry, and Kerry said something to me I will never forget it. Standing to my left, he said, This the number one song in the world. I played I Got It. He was like, woo. I played Big and he stopped. He was like, if you trust me, this the number one song in the world and your life gonna change. So what I had to realize was, okay, what do I want to be and how I wanted to impact the game. And anybody's watching me right now, be an entrepreneur, a comedian, a businessman, businesswoman, a artist. The first thing you got to do is dissect what you desire. And somebody ought to put that in the comment section right there. Dissect what you desire. For me, I sat down and said, okay, I just don't want to be a praise and worship leader. I just don't want to be a pastor who has one good song. I want to be an artist. At the time, I was 290 pounds. So the first thing was, how do I change the look? Because I don't want to be out here. I got it. It was a sauce and a swag that had to go with it. I wanted to bring sort of this masculinity, or for a lack of a better term, sort of a sex appeal to music. I wanted to bring sort of this and everybody out there, you can tell I did a good job. I'm just playing. So the first thing I had to do, Kerry, was my look. So, man, we went on a rampage, and started dropping the weight the best we could. I tried that, and I would lie and tell you, Mark, because I was doing sit-ups and crunches. I had to go to Mexico, baby. Hey, Mark, I had Mark. Hey, I tried.
Boy, he's being transparent right now, y'all. Y'all need to get somebody to share this. Anybody y'all know aspiring to be an author, anybody, Pastor Mike is being transparent. Y'all need to jump on. Y'all need to get everybody on this one.
I wanted that look because, again, I knew what I was trying to convey. I knew that there was this void in contemporary urban gospel music, a sauce, or here's what we got to identify. What do you want to be? How do you dissect it? So the first thing we did was, let's get the look right. Then we took probably 4 or 5 months doing nothing but practicing how to perform it. How do we want it to feel? Here's something that a lot of people don't know. I took out a small loan because I knew the places I wanted to go, I wasn't going to make any money going. Kerry, you would set me up on shows and it was promo stuff. But I knew if I just showed up with a track, they wouldn't get the whole experience. So it was like, hey, guys, I can't pay nobody right now. Are y'all rocking with me? And then it was making sure we had a plan in place to do it. So for me, it was the look. How do I invest in my craft? How do I make sure everywhere we go? And here's something that we do extremely well. We don't just go somewhere and perform and run out the side door. We touching people. We're talking to people. I'm coming. People always talk about the Stellar Awards. I would post my flyer, hey, vote for me. And if 5 people put, hey, I got you, Pastor Mike, I would stay up all night commenting to all 5 people. Thank you so much. It meant a lot to me. Because people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And somebody watching me right now, in my 20s, I wanted to be an artist, man. I never forget I dropped my first project. It was called The Mike McClure Show. It never made Apple, never made Spotify. I printed out 25 physical copies. My mom, and I'm going to post that picture tonight. My mom and dad set up a table in the lobby of the church. I sold out. I went platinum. I sold all 25 copies. Hear me? And I had my little signing table. I signed my stuff. And what I discovered is so many people die in their 20s, but they aren't buried till 40 years later. I'm going to say that again. So many people die in their 20s. They're just not buried until their 70s. So for me, what I've discovered, Kerry, was there are 2 types of waiting. And if you're listening, just let me know if it's blessing you. There's passive waiting and active waiting. Now, passive waiting means I want to do music. 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 And you don't do nothing but complain about it. It's the picture right now. We're getting ready for the new album. I had the photo shoot today for the album cover. And midway through the photo shoot, I got mad because the clothes weren't looking the way I wanted them to look. And it's because, Kerry, I was passively waiting. I had 3 months to get ready for this shoot, but I've been celebrating. I've been eating. I've been kicking it. I should have been actively getting ready for this moment. And I want to speak to somebody right now who's pregnant with a vision, but it's often aborted by lack. You got $1 million dream on $100 budget. How are you waiting? Because how you handle your weight will determine the weight that comes when it happens. So for me, I had to lock in, and I'm going to stop talking because I keep preaching. You better stop your boy, man. Somebody
listen. I like that. Is this my camera right here?
Either one of them. You
Either one of them.
got three
I
of them.
know we got three. I'm
This
just
black smoke,
you know,
baby.
I want to be like Pastor Mike. Listen, who paints
All
this
three
right
of them,
now?
baby.
Okay, so this is what I like. First of all, Pastor Mike, let me say this. Your hair, your barber, he did a fantastic job. Okay, I still got pandemic hair. All right, I ain't been to the barber shop since 2020, and I ain't tripping. I'm free. I'm free. Although I missed the barbershop conversation. Anyway, second thing I wanted to say, what I really like about you, outside of you being an artist, I love when you win awards, how you always have something to say. I too, I'm a preacher's kid. My dad would always say, you know, when you get opportunity to say something, you should say something.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that when the awards that I've seen you've won, you've got up there and you've like pushed it forward. You've always trying to inspire and trying to encourage somebody. Is that by design? Is that just in you? Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, man, and I just want to say thank you to everybody, man. We're close to almost 1,000 people watching us right now. There are over 800 people watching on YouTube. I want you to do me a favor if you're watching right now. This means a lot to me. If you would just share it, if you would go on your phone right now, it's something we say at Rock City. You cannot rock alone. So if you don't mind, let's get 1,500, 2,000 people in the room. Here's what matters to me, Marcus, and I'm glad you said that. I remember sitting at home and they would get up there. I want to thank God. I want to thank so-and-so. I want to thank XYZ. I want to thank my management. I want to thank my label. That's cool. But for me, here's a chance to share a message with the world. You know what I'm saying? So for me, man, the first time I won, because for years we done seen the same people get it every year. Like you giving people hope who ain't legacy or who ain't already at that point. And so, man, and it's all about being black sheep. And I say that, man, I say it from the bottom of my heart, man. It's I just always wanted to inspire people. And Kerry laughs at me a lot because he always say to me sometimes, I know you don't care about money, but at some point we got to make some money. You know, hey, he be fussing, hey, Marcus. He'll be like, hey, let's do so-and-so, so-and-so. He'll like, they only want, I don't care. I just to me, and I need somebody to put this in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, watching on Facebook. For me, inspiration is currency. That's powerful.
Wow.
Inspiration is currency. And I really want you to catch this right now. If I can inspire somebody, like the place we did the photo shoot today, the owner said, you ain't got to give me nothing. Y'all been an inspiration. Y'all been an inspiration to me. So for me, I don't know. Yeah. I don't see. We preach half scriptures. The Lord giveth, but the Lord also takes away. Marcus, you've been in this industry long enough to have seen people who were nobody become somebody, then become arrogant. Yeah. I don't know when my descent gonna happen. You know, people could love me today. I could do something stupid tomorrow. I could say something on here that go viral. They counsel me tomorrow. I don't know but I know you can. Inspiration doesn't run out. So for me, bro, that just means a lot to me. And I'm gonna stop talking because I keep going. I get choked up, man. Because again, if I can inspire somebody, you know, I never forget my father told me after he did a funeral, he would make me come with him and teach me how to perform eulogies and funerals. And he said, Mike, what's the most important thing on the headstone, on the tombstone? And I was like, the day they were born. He was like, nah. The day they died, I was like, nah. He said that dash in the middle tells me that what did they discover with their why. And so for me, when they lay me down, I want my dash to mean something. You know, I didn't have a choice over my birth date. I don't have a choice over my death date, but I do have a choice over my dash. And 7 people ought to put in the comments right now, my dash will matter. My dash will matter, Dad. Like all you do, Marcus, and it's blessed me. That's why I can't wait to bring you to the church and we film it like a special if we can, you know, because again, how many people have you inspired? You know, I was on Erica Campbell's show the other day and they asked me, they said, hey, with your last segment, you can promote anything you want to promote. I wanted to promote this. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'd be ambitious, I'd be young, I'd be excited. Kerry said something. He was like, look, man, you always talking about something. When are you going to show me some love? And he said it, but I want to people. But real talk, sometimes you just got to say it, Marcus, because people be ignorant about, they just be excited. You know, I said, no, here's my chance to do this. So, man, I'm excited. And if I can inspire anybody and help anybody, that's all that will matter for me, man.
Nice. Yeah. Let me say this. We're going to go to a commercial break. But you know, this interview is bringing tears to my eyes because, you know, I walked through the struggle that we
Yeah.
did. I've walked through it
Yeah.
time and time and time again. I want to propose. I want Marcus to talk uh, on this subject because he's been there, and I just want him. He don't even know what I'm about to say,
I sure don't.
but I'm gonna say it, and then Pastor Mike, I want you to to gravitate to it. So Marcus, you've been on the air for many a years with the Yolanda Adams Morning Show.
Yeah.
15 years.
15 years, and you were in front of millions and millions and millions of people. So the show got canceled, and I want you to talk about, because you basically come from the same cloth that Pastor Mike. You started off independent, you had to build yourself back up.
Yeah.
But what happens when you're at the top? You get the rug pulled from under you.
Yeah.
How do you survive at that? How do you survive if something like that happens to you?
Well, it kind of, I think Pastor Mike kind of said it. He said it in a different way when he was talking about, what was that, but currency?
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Inspiration
Yeah.
is currency. And so is relationships.
Yeah.
Like
that's
I've been blessed, to be rich in relationships.
Wow.
That's good. Good.
If I could just shameless plug the tour I'm currently on, a 50-city tour myself, no backing, no funding,
No promoter.
no promoter. I went right to my phone, and over my 20-year comedy career, all the ministries that I've been to over the years, 50 pastors said yes.
Wow.
And so, and that was a blessing. It kind of let me know, I got it. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Hey, you winning.
I'm winning. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So,
Okay, man.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we gotta go take a quick commercial break, and it's gonna be quick, and then we're gonna come right back because this interview is just this is the most exciting one I've done, and I know everyone out here has got to be enjoying it like I am. It's bringing tears to my eyes. We're gonna do this quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
You did the impossible, impossible. You did the impossible, impossible. You did the impossible. It was nobody but you, Lord. You did God, the impossible. Now, PMJ, I just need you to speak from experience.
Yeah, man, we back. Who's
Wow.
stomach is that?
Okay. I wasn't expecting that one, but that's fine. We're gonna talk about that. So that is your new single at radio. It's charting somewhere around 18, 19.
Wow.
How was it? How was it working with James Fortune on that song? And talk about your relationship with James Fortune before you had a relationship with him. In other words, when you was a beginning artist and you was strolling on YouTube, and let's talk about that. And now that you're doing a song with him.
Yeah, man, of course. So when I started the church in 2009, I started with 10 friends. If I can give you the fast version to those who don't know, 2009, I'm 25 years old. 10 of us step into a room. The Holy Spirit always, it's funny because I sing big, but as we look back through our notes from throughout the years, that one word has always been in our vocabulary. My first service, I'm 25 years old. It's 10 of us. We put 1,200 chairs out. God, I felt like I was going to be mega day one. Like God told me, get ready for some big stuff. Only about 30 people showed up, but we were excited, And if I can give you the fast version, 2009 is maybe 20 of us. 2010 is over 1,000. By 2011, it's 6,000 people in the arena. But when nobody knew our names, every Sunday and every Tuesday, we would sing, I Trust You. That was our altar call song. We would be on the floor crying. So again, this common thread that has been weaving throughout our lives with you, Kerry, and James Fortune. James was an icon to me. If everybody always asks me, and I get a lot of flack for it, they always ask me about my Mount Rushmore of gospel music. For me, Love it or hate it. That's my Mount Rushmore. It's James Fortune, it's Ty Tribbett, it's Fred Hammond, it's John P. Keith. Those are the four people that if you want to know who Pastor Mike Jr. is at the core on a gospel side, it's the ability to tell stories and penetrate your everyday life like James would do with I Trust You. He would write songs that were radio friendly, but it was also real life music. When it comes to Ty, it's that energy. Yeah, you can hear it in all my stuff. Sometimes it's that Ty. When it comes to Fred, Pages of Life. When it comes to John P. Key, at the heart and soul of who I am, so I never forget. We were having church in the arena, and they brought James Fortune to the arena, and we let him perform. And Kerry was out there in the lobby selling the CDs, doing everything. Fast forward, we bring James Fortune back for our church anniversary, and I say to Kerry, I was like, man, it'd be crazy if James at our church, right? Kerry's like, I can make that happen. Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? For me, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so it's bifold. So if you got a right and a left hand, in a sense, Kerry Douglas, take anything I do, take the favor of God out of it, because I'm always give glory to God, and I don't want to spend any time talking about how dope I am. At the core, the fuel behind a lot of what I'm doing is Kerry Douglas. If Kerry Douglas does not knock down doors, because keep in mind, when you're a new artist, they're not wanting to play your music, or they're not wanting to let you perform. They're not wanting, again, you have to have somebody who's knocking that door down saying, trust me, this guy's dope. On the other hand, James Fortune is probably one of the biggest blessings, on the other hand, to my career. He was the one to interpret, because I'm gonna say this and Kerry's gonna laugh. You need an interpreter for Kerry. You almost need Marcus. You need a translator. I almost got Kerry 7 times. Hey, like you need a translator, because Kerry will call you like, you need to go do the song, so just pick it out and tell you, get your mind right. And I would go to James, like, here's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So for me, man, James was a blessing, because he would tell me, hey, you need to hit this. You ain't gonna get no money for this, but trust me, that's a big radio station. You do XYZ. And just being a blessing and being a brother, man, and being a part of Rock City. He often says, and he had us crying one day on Devo, and he said, man, you took a chance on me when nobody would, bro. And I'm forever grateful. But at the same time, he didn't have to love me the way he did, man. So it just means a lot to me. We had been singing Impossible for 2 years, and I felt like it needed a verse, and all I had was a melody. I was like, James, all I hear is like, yeah. He's like, I got you. And so him getting on that song with me, man, I can say this, Marcus, and you're going to feel this. I get a chance to win with the people I want to win with. And I mean that, man. Like for me, even with the doors God's opening, I got a chance to walk through that door with the people I want to win with. Or my single on the radio now is with the people I want to win with. So watch this. My single has James on it, who's a part of our ministry. Kerry's pushing it, who's a part of our family. Rod produced it, who's a part of our family. Adia, Amanda, Curtis, Terrell singing on it, who's a part of the family. So for me, I'm a kid right now, just enjoying my life, and I get to do it with the people who I love. And
You're in the mall and it might hit, or you dreaming like Joseph in the Bible. I mean, what is your process? Is it a blueprint, or is it all over the place?
All right, so for me, it's real simple, man. Everything is God inspired. So if you take, for instance, Big, we in church and we're singing, I'm getting ready to see something I never seen. I walked up to preach. I said, and it's gonna be big. We're in Bible study, and I'm like, woo, woo, woo. And Terrell just yells, I got it. Then I kept going, and it became I got it. Or I go to Jacksonville, Florida, and I have no idea I'm on to do a concert. I thought I was only doing 20 minutes. They said, you the concert, you got an hour. And in the middle of the concert, I said, I remember when he saved my life. It goes viral. Or, we were singing Big at Kerry books me. Let me tell you how crazy Kerry is. Kerry books me at Praise in the Park, right? We get to Praise in the Park. At this point, I've only done Big maybe once, okay? We get to Praise in the Park. I got to do it with tracks. I panic. If you go back and watch the video, the track, I thought the song was over. It was more. I was like, and it's going to be big. I was like, the devil already know I'm winning. Devil already know I'm winning, and it's going to be big. I go home that day, and I'm gonna give y'all an exclusive. I go home that day. Literally, I was like, man, what was that we said it when we were going? He's like, man, you said something. Then I go home and I put my voice note on, and that's what you get it from. Everything around me when it walking through a bed on a dresser. And that's how, and so that's what kind of happens. Or if I can show you guys something that nobody has ever seen, even when it comes to the music, it's always for me, Marcus. I have to be around people. You can't put me in a studio and tell me to write a song. It'll never come out. I have to be around people. I have to be, I have to be inspired by stuff. And literally, we were sitting in church, and I walked up and got ready to sing. And while we're singing, literally we're at Bible study, and while in Bible study, God just laid that part up. You did the impossible on my heart, and literally. And this may be the worship version we have to drop. Power to do the impossible.
I remember that.
And it was a Bible study. It was only 17 people there. So for me, man, it's like you.
You know what, Pastor Mike? This is a point that I want to. This is a point that I want to make when I say that you want to be an artist. Like this guy has mastered his phone.
Yeah, yeah.
This guy has went through life. Everything that happens, it's in his phone.
Yeah.
He has used that phone as a marketing tool to accomplish what God put in him to accomplish. Yeah. And it's that simple, y'all. It doesn't take all of this and all of that. What I want to talk about right now is partnerships, and something that Marcus said earlier. Partnerships, the two ships, and relationships. I want y'all both to talk about that for a little bit. Partnerships, and you could talk about the partnership that we have and the partnership that we also have with Motown.
Yeah, I heard. Y'all got 3. Pastor Mike, you so big now. You need 3 record labels.
Hey, let me tell you. I didn't realize how powerful it was till I saw the picture. So, man, and it's so powerful. So, Kerry and I did a partnership with, I'm gonna say it, Motown Gospel, Capital Christian Music Group, and Rethink. So basically, those are 3 organizations coming together in a way like they never have, just to partner with what we're doing. And see, I'm not arrogant enough to say, well, they just want me, because me without what happens at radio in the back end is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? So it's partnership. So for me, I believe in 4 A's. And if you're listening right now, they're telling me, man, the numbers are just through the roof tonight. I want you to do me a favor. Put this in the comments. How do you decipher if the partnership is right? It's 4 A's. Attendance, attention, agreement, allegiance. All right. Attendance, attention, agreement, allegiance. Attendance. If you ain't present, you can't help me. The best ability is availability. So number 1, if we gonna partner, I need you in attendance. There are times, and I mean this, and I consider myself a dope cat. I'm cold. But there are times when I tell Kerry, I need you here because your presence matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I'd be like, hey, Kerry, you coming to this? You got to come to this one. Because 1, I'm already dealing with insecurities. I wrestle with anxiety sometimes, but I just need him there, because I know if he in the room, they not finna take advantage of me. Or even if something ain't right, he gonna be able to walk up and be like, no, he ain't going on till that's right. Attendance. Number 2 is attention. Who cares if you present if you ain't attentive?
Paying attention.
I need you watching. Like Kerry said to me once, I never forget it. He said to me one time, he was like, I want you to look around that room and you figure out who's in the room and you speak to what he was locked in. He was attentive, like, no. We got to make this something. Or here it is, agreement. Can we come? I don't care what nobody say. Every time Kerry and I fall out, because we fall out probably twice a year, right?
All the time. We fall out of quite a bit.
Hey, hear me. We will always keep it real. But I will say this, Marcus. Every time we come into agreement, the earth shake, boy. The earth shake. Like, and hear me and that's how I know the devil is always after our relationship. Every time we come into agreement, the earth shake. Like we can literally, and keep in mind, when we fall out, we don't even say hating each other. It's just that I got my opinion, he got his opinion, and God got to grace us to the middle. But again, when we come into agreement, the earth shake. Like when we came into agreement to do this music, the world felt big. The world felt I got it. You know, the world felt amazing. You know, the world, we didn't have a rollout for this last EP. We didn't have a 6-month process where we rolled it out. We went to station to station. In 2 days, we said, hey, y'all, we got some music coming. And right now, over 1 million streams in less than 2 weeks. The earth feel it. The Bible says if we touch and agree. I need somebody, and I know this is an interview, but the pastor in me is rising. I don't know who's watching.
Come on now, preach, preacher.
Has the vision. I dare you to put it's gonna happen in the comments right now, because right now it's 700, 800, 900 people on. If you're crazy enough to put your dream in the comment section, you got 800 people who will just touch and agree with you. So we can say a 50-city tour, we touch and agree that next year we're going 100 cities, and every city gonna have the budget, and every city gonna exceed your expectation. Because if we touch and agree, that's why the pandemic was so dangerous. Not because it made us quarantine, but it took away our ability to physically touch and agree. And what I'm trying to get you to realize is attendance, are you present? Attention, are you attentive? Agreement, can we agree? If I say we going to the moon, I don't need you telling me, well, ain't nobody ever did that before. I know that. I need some people who gonna say, well, let me try to see how much a spaceship costs. You know, and that's one thing about Kerry and I's relationship, and those on my staff and those with me. God has blessed me to be with people that the first night we talked music, I stopped the music and said, Kerry, I gotta win New Artist of the Year. I said, Stellars. He's like, man, we're not on. I said, Kerry, because I dissected it. Marcus, I got footage in my phone nobody's ever seen, where I sat in my studio and laid on the floor and I looked in the camera and said, New Artist of the Year. I got to be in the running for Artist of the Year the next year. I had died. It's almost like how Tony Stark opened something up and he died. I said, no. I said, I'm not going to get any Grammys. I'm not going to get any Doves. I'm not going to get any NAACP. They don't know me. That's legacy stuff. I said, but if it comes down to the people picking, I feel God. Because some of them rooms are about who they like. But what God is doing with my life right now, Donnie McClurkin said it and it messed me up. He said, boy, you David coming out the field. How Jonathan, how Jesse had picked all his other sons and said they the one, and the prophet was like, nah. He's like, who else? Well, I got a Negro out there in the field. He ain't that. You ain't gonna like him. He out there in the field. I'm preaching to 7 of y'all who out there in the field while everybody posting all these Insta lives and stunned like they got all this stuff. If you just stay faithful, somebody ought to type, I'm coming out the field.
I'm coming out the field.
Marcus,
I'm gonna type it.
And shout, I'm coming out the field. That because if you think about it, this is why I believe we're resonating with so many people, because so many of us have never been other people's pick. But some kind of way, when they didn't usher you in the front door, God had a side door, and he slipped you in the side door. And so it's attendance, it's attention, it's agreement. But number 4, it's allegiance. I need somebody to ride with me. And I believe if they ride with you, that's when God does it. So for me, partnerships for me are everything. And I say this, and it's a beautiful quote if you want to write this quote, and I'm gonna stop talking. Having a partnership like Kerry Douglas, having a partnership with like a Phil Thornton and a EJ Gaines, you know, and a Capitol and a Motown. Never forget this quote I'm finna give you right here, Marcus. Power is all about real estate. So I'm gonna say this again. Woo. My goal right now ain't to be the dopest artist. It's to occupy the most real estate. So when you think about the real estate in radio, you think about the real estate on DSPs, you think about the real estate in the industry. Power, this is a political mindset now. Power is about real estate. And how close you are to the source determines your power. So hear me when I say this. People try their best to ignore me. Nobody posts my album for real. I don't get industry people saying, "Oh, that new Pastor Mike Jr. coming out." They do their best to ignore me and keep me in the corner and act like stuff didn't happen because they don't. You know how that is. I'm actually new. Everybody says they're new, but they sung with this person 20 years. Now that no, I'm actually new. 3 years ago, nobody knew me. I didn't sing background for John. I didn't sing. So again, I'm out. So they're already trying to figure out how that happened. So what I've discovered is in this season of my life, I want partners in my life who occupy real estate, who are in attendance, attention, agreement, and allegiance. And when I say this, Kerry believed in me when nobody did. You get what I'm saying? James was riding with us. I can talk about all the people at Rock City. Without Rock City, I'm nothing. I want to be very clear to everybody's listening right now. Take Rock City out my life. I am nothing. Everything outside of God and my family that's happening for me right now is because there are some people crazier than me in Birmingham, Alabama, and around the world who rock with me at Rock City, and they believe in me. That's why every time I go, that's why Kerry will tell you we'll be fighting. We ain't never fought about money. We fight about Rock City. I got to say Rock City. Hey, I need to say Rock City because they just mean so much to me. You know what I'm saying? So for me,
that's good.
These people for me have been in attendance. They have been in attention. They have been in agreement. Like, think about this, man. When I started doing music, my church could have said, "We don't want no singing pastor." They rock with me. That's why when I win an award, the first place I come back, we win an award. Or Kerry will tell you, we be performing somewhere. I get up at 3 a.m. in the morning to get on the first flight out so I can be standing there so they'll know that they're a priority to me. So for me right now, who's ever listening to me, and I said this to Late Boom, he's the guy who produced I Got It. We were on the phone last night. I said, bro, you're talented. That's easy. You don't have a team. And for me, partnerships matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say this all the time. I have big dreams. I have big goals. It's my heart's desire to never have to do what I'm doing without the people I'm doing it with. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that keeps you humble. That also keeps you guarded. You know, I'm at the point in my life now, Marcus, where I'm bringing new people into the fold, like management. Like I'm bringing management in, and they have vision, and they have ideas, and they have goals, and they have this, you know. But I'm blessed because even when it comes to that, I'm able to articulate, okay, but here's what these people mean to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, boom, boom. And then they call like, hey, I just got off the phone with Kerry. We had a good talk. That stuff means something to me, you know? So partnership matters to me, man. And I just believe without it, Jesus, and I'm going to stop talking when I say this. Jesus is all God, all man. And before he saves the world, he builds a team. He did not need them, but he wanted to show us, you ain't me. If you gonna do this, you gonna need a team. And where I feel God is taking me, I believe like our team and the anointing and the gift on my life is bigger than just one genre. And I want to make a promise to the world, when we cross over, we're gonna bring the crossover.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know, I want to just say, man, this is some really, really deep stuff. We touching on the surface of it, but you know, just any team, any family. I mean, we have some real live fights. We have some fights. But one thing that Pastor Mike know about me and I know about him, at the end of the day, we're going to come together and we're going to shake the world. That's what I want y'all to know right now. So, Pastor Mike, I don't want to get emotional because it's some real emotional stuff, but how did you transition from pastoring a church in Birmingham to pastoring the world on the internet now? And the reason I'm asking you this, because when we go places, people come up to you and talking about they're a member of your church. And I know you ain't been there because you ain't been a lot of places right now. You just getting going. So that means your online membership, how have your singing career impacted or brought that to life?
So for me, and I'm so glad you say that, man. And I'm going to piggyback off something you said before I answer that. Kerry said, man, we get into some real knockdown, drag down wars sometimes. I want to put this bow on that statement. When it comes to us, disagreement is never grounds for dismissal. You know what I'm saying? So even though we disagree, it ain't no dismissing. We still got to find a way to come back to the one. You know, when it comes to the church, man, and I'm a push a pastor who's watching right now to get behind your worship leader if you can't sing. My music has been one of the greatest evangelistic tools at our church ever. So what happened was, here's the funny part. The number one most Googled thing about Pastor Mike Jr. in 2022 was, is he a real pastor? Because people thought my name, Pastor Mike Jr., Marcus, they thought it was like Pastor Troy. You know what I'm saying? So for me, bro, people was like, and it's gonna be big. Let me go to YouTube and see that song. And then they saw the sermon. And I believe I'm a way better preacher than I am a singer. You know, man. So it's just been a blessing. Sure. And then when the pandemic hit, it allowed us to just reach so many people, especially. And if you're in the comments right now, we finna find out who rocking with me. Devo Energy. So for me, man, the music allowed me to just touch so many people. So for me, the music is a bait. You're gonna rock to the music, but if you mess around and hear a message and become a part of our church family from wherever you are, man, it's gonna bless your life. I'm coming to Chicago Friday. Shameless plug, Chicago Friday for Sonia Blakely, a 1390 family. And all my members in Chicago, come join me. Let's have a good time in God. So, yep, the music has been a blessing. It's helped me reach the world for God.
And, you know, see what it do. I mean, I'm TV ready. I'm going to get an edge up, you know, when my show comes.
Gotta get that
All
edge
right.
up.
You're gonna look a little bit better than that?
Yeah. I'm going to get an edge up.
What would you like to ask, Pastor Mike? He's answered it all, man.
He has. He's answered it all.
Oh, I got to say this. And this is another thing. I got to go back to this man want to be an artist. That's why he's an artist right now.
Right.
Pastor Mike, I heard you was a teacher, that you taught people like me how to download your album.
Yeah, and Kerry.
Yeah, talk about that, Pastor Mike.
So for me, the Bible says my people perish for a lack of knowledge. So one of the things that shocked me the most when I got into gospel music was the arrogance of the artist. This sense of entitlement that if I say I'm doing something, I don't have to push it. Y'all should just get it. It should just. So for me, when our last project dropped, I went live and just took time and showed everybody how to download it. Because you'll be surprised how many people think when they press the stream, they bought it. When in actuality, all they did was streamed it. It takes 1,500 streams to equal 1.99 purchase. You know, so for me, man, we just took the time and I try my best to educate the people who are with me. And I believe people want to see you win, Marcus. You know what I'm saying? You know, like even at your shows, man, if you had your DVD, you say, hey, I want to show y'all something real quick, man. I got 75 DVDs outside. This is how much it costs. I got 2 kids in private school. This is how it helps them. If people believe in you and you're honest and you just be transparent, but also, man, I think I have something called equity. I just been loving and blessing people for years. Like yesterday, my son is on the bowling team. And they were bowling at Spain Park, and I saw one of the city schools teams there, and they were basically bowling in their uniform, in their school uniform. Well, my son is at Spain Park. They got jerseys, they got bowling bags, and I was seeing how the kids were looking at the other kids, because I could literally see the kids looking at the other kids and in their minds being defeated. I walked up to the coach and was like, hey, here's Tiffany's number. I don't care what it costs. They're going to have jerseys by the end of this year. Because to me, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So for me, man, it's just helping people understand it. And to me, being an artist isn't just dropping music. It's a responsibility.
Let me say this. Let me say, because you opened up with a very strong statement. You said when you got into this genre, this gospel industry, you notice how a lot of gospel artists was arrogant as relates to, I don't have to push nothing. You know me. Just come get it. And I agree. But also, like, take for me, I know, like, social media came out after I was successful, if I may use the terminology. I was already doing me and doing me well. And then social media, it came out, And it's not that I'm like, man, y'all know me, go get the tickets, or I don't want to push it. I don't even know how to begin to even do it. And so when you put the scripture up there, through the scripture out, my people perish for lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't even think I have sought out the knowledge to do it. It's just I don't even feel comfortable. I'm just speaking for me now, just for Marcus. I don't even feel comfortable really doing it. I feel corny when I'm doing it. Now you look fresh. James look fresh. Other people look fresh, but I just feel so corny saying, even when I'm on stage and I want to say, hey man, I got some shirts in the lobby. I just don't,
I'm the same way though. Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Well,
So for me,
let me talk about the business perspective over here.
No, but I just want to ask Pastor Mike, how did he?
But Marcus, I was at your office the other day. You had about 200-300 shirts with Marcus Wiley all over. You're a marketing guy, guru. You are.
I do it, but I'm just saying, I'm not loud with it.
Right.
Pastor Mike was just saying how, to kind of say things like for instance, I just feel like if I got off stage, I kind of want the pastor to get up behind me and go, hey, y'all, he going to be in the lobby. And sometimes they don't do it. And I be like, bro.
But that helps. But let me just say this. Everybody's complaining about gospel music streams, sales, this and that, until we get back to the basics. And I want to say this even in life. Sometimes no matter how high you get, you got to go back to the basic. You got to remember the basics. So Pastor Mike was saying when he met me, I was in the lobby selling CDs.
No doubt.
It's not like I was selling them to make a living for me and my family.
Right.
I was out there selling them because that was the way I was brought up to market the product. And also, if I would have never been out in that lobby, I would have never connected with Pastor Mike on that level. And many people and many artists, the same thing happened when I signed Ernest Pugh. Met him at the table. You have to remember that we are in the people business.
Sure.
So we got to connect to the people.
I got you.
So that's just my little bit. And if more gospel artists would go back to the basics, then maybe our industry will turn around.
I got you.
Maybe our
good,
we will be more provided for. You understand? Because everybody's trying to reach a goal. Let's sometimes just go back
and
to
Marcus,
the basics.
I think two things that helped me was, like I said, the equity. I really feel in my heart my motives are right.
I got
you. You know what I'm saying? If you come to my church 52 times a year, you may hear me intentionally raise the offering 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Because my motives are pure. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think people can see through a hustle.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And after you just blessed our life, bro, like we want to hear that from you, man. Like I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I think that matters. I know for me, I got tired of rejection. I used to book studio time and they cancel me. I used to call people and say, can you do my flyers? They take forever. Then want to bust me over the head with money. So what I did was, I never forget, in 2016, I had them go buy me a little studio setup. I figured out how to record myself. When it comes to my social media, this is my social joint right here. Everything people be seeing on my socials, for the most part, I do right here from my cell phone. I download InShot. I put the video in InShot. I cut it, take it out of InShot, go to Google Studio, upload it. I would literally dive into it so I could be self-sufficient. And that's a good word for an entrepreneur right now, because, you may not have the money for a publicist. You may not have the money for a manager. I had to be marketing. I had to be the artist. I had to be this, and it's hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It's the most awkward feeling in the world. And to this day, Kerry fusses at me when we get off stage because I still don't tell everybody where to get the music from. To this, hear me, because for me, when I'm up there, I'd rather have an experience. Like, I want them to be set free, healed. Right. I don't know how to once their hands lifted to be like, do me a favor, come out of this presence real quick.
Right.
I need y'all to go to the lobby right now and get the album. Now lift your hands back. Re-lift your hands up. I don't know how to do that, Mark. I don't know how.
Me
but when I'm
neither.
at church, I can talk to my church, you know.
I love it. Hey guys, look, we got to do something real quick here. So, you know, my energy is behind this song called "The Impossible" with James Fortune and Pastor Mike. Now, this is another one of our fights we be having all the time. So to keep the peace, I gotta let y'all hear this joint that Pastor Mike is he's in love with this joint. I gotta let y'all hear that, and I don't want to have a fight with him tomorrow.
Hey, let's do this. Let's do it. Wait, Kerry, wait. We finna vote tonight. You finna play winning?
Yeah, you know what
we gonna play winning, then we gonna play impossible. Y'all put in the comments.
Oh, well, I need to retract what I said because they gonna go for. They want you to win, and you should have. Nah, we ain't doing that. No, sir. No, I shouldn't have said what I said there. But anyway, y'all, Pastor Mike introduced the song. Talk a little bit about it first, man, because it is, man. I heard it on the Erica Campbell show, man, and man, it woke me up. It woke me up, man. I'm like, man, I need to get this song played on every morning show. Hip hop, R&B, gospel. Yeah. It just inspired me to get that happening. So, you know, talk to him about it before we play that.
Hey, Kerry, you'll be happy to note that I'm looking at the comment section. Impossible, winning, impossible all day. So I get it. It's the worship for me. But hear me when I say this. This song right here is special to me. Because again, I really feel like one of my specialties is I kind of got my ear to heaven, and God always gives me this one word that kind of projects or.
And we can't even play our own music. We can't play. I'm gonna join his bandwagon. I want to hear it's my winning season.
Hey, 29 seconds.
You can't give it all to him. Can't give it all to him. Not tonight. Yeah. Not tonight.
Wow, man. This has been an incredible interview. So let me explain a little something to you guys. So Winning Season is a single, a EP. How many songs on it, Pastor Mike?
I think it's 5 or 6 songs. 5 or 6 songs on Winning. Yep.
Right. It has Impossible on it.
Winning, Impossible, Black Sheep Freestyle. This Christmas, Just Jesus. Make sure you get the Christmas music.
Your first Christmas song.
Yeah, my first ever Christmas song is This Christmas, Just Jesus. It's a beautiful song I wrote. The verse, it's just a beautiful song, man. It's a beautiful song. So it's about 6 songs on there, and to me, it's a no skips.
No skips.
Okay, now next.
That should be the name of your next album.
Well,
no skips.
Well, next year we're actually dropping the album that's called.
That's right.
And let's talk about some of the songs on the album that's coming out February of next year.
All right, so again, I love educating people. So an EP is a small project. So what I wanted to do and what Kerry and I decided to do was, hey, let's just put some music out to let them know we appreciate them. Let's celebrate them, almost like a teaser for the album. The official album is dropping in February. It's going to start out with an incredible song entitled Count My Blessings. That's just absolutely, to me, I think it's you can play that in the club. I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be crazy. But then it got songs like So Good, One Prayer Away, One Prayer that's featuring Tamala Mann. That's gonna be absolutely crazy. We have Tamala Mann on One Prayer. We got Kiera on Never Leave. We got James on Impossible. I literally just did this last night. We got 1K Few on Achu. I got a song called Achu. It's a gospel hip hop song.
Still doing the album.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that? Achu. What happens when you say Achu, Marcus? Bless you.
Bless you.
Oh my God. 23 for some of y'all. All you have to say is Achu, because every time you turn around, another bless you. So it's a beautiful album, and I think it's one of the most well-rounded albums. Because I even got a Sunday morning choir song on there called "Still Here," where my mother, man, who literally was fighting for her life, now that she survived it, I got her on this song with me singing. And when I tell you it's Sunday morning Baptist church, thank God we're still here.
She's slamming too.
And it's slamming, man. So I'm excited about it.
It's slamming too. I like that one, Pastor Mike. It's slamming.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a dope project.
Man.
I don't want to give them too much, man. It's gonna be a dope project.
Also, is the first album that Amazing
Yep.
is going to be on, right?
Yep.
Are
Yep.
the
It's the
Amazing
first
singles
project.
on there?
Amazing took off so fast, man. It's a beat. So technically, Amazing is the first single off the album. So God willing and Kerry keep working hard. Before the album drop, it'll have 2 number ones on it, man. So that'll be so
Yeah.
incredible if God just sees fit to let these
Yeah,
songs
and
go
I
number
just
one.
I just want to recap this a little bit to the people. Amazing. That song went number one.
Yeah.
It's just a true blessing, that record. Then you have Big, and then you have I Got It.
Yeah.
All three of these went number one on Billboard. Pastor Mike only put out 3 singles, and all 3 of his singles went number one
Yeah.
as a new artist. And listen, y'all listen what he said earlier. He wasn't featured on no one.
Yeah.
He wasn't a background singer.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even write for anybody.
Yeah.
So if you're out there
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
and you have something that you're pregnant with, if it's a book,
Yeah.
if it's a song, if it's a business, let's look at this man and let's take some of the stuff he said tonight. Not that he's trying to magnify himself. What he's trying to let you know, and what he's sharing with you, that if it could be done for him, it could be done for you. So
Yes.
when we're talking about this stuff, we just want you to know, follow the patterns.
Come on, Kerry Douglas.
I mean, that's what this
are
whole
you
spotlight.
about to organize a church?
No. The spotlight is about that. We put the spotlight, like right now, the spotlight
It's on.
is on you.
It's on Pastor Mike.
Well, right now, it's on you. Y'all see this light? It's spotlighting Marcus Wiley.
No, I'm just saying that was good what you said. I mean, is this the new Kerry Douglas?
This is the New Deal. Yeah, this is what you call the New Deal.
I got you.
The partnership
For sure.
with different labels.
For sure.
The New Deal.
New Deal.
This streaming platform on Roku, Apple TV, Androids. This is part of the New Deal. This is where the future of music, the future of film producers. Right now, we can go from our prospective offices or businesses right to your mobile device.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Pastor Mike said something. He said he think I didn't hear him. He slipped the new song in on the album.
Yep. You did.
But we can actually take that song right now and go directly to the people.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand new technology, and if you're not embracing the New Deal, then you're going to be left behind. You're going to be like a brother with a Jerry curl on in 2022. Not knocking Jerry curls, but you have to be in tune to technology and things like that. And that's where we headed. We're doing something called the New Deals. No more record deals. It's the New Deal. And we'll talk about that next time. All right, close us out here, Mark. Well, get Pastor Mike closes out with a prayer. But
Yeah, we'll definitely get Pastor Mike to close it out, but I just want to tell Pastor Mike, man, his zeal, your zeal,
I appreciate
your
that, bro.
enthusiasm, man, I done seen you. We done been on a couple of stages together.
Yeah.
You've been very consistent, connect well with the crowd, the whole nine. So just as another artist that have watched you, not from afar, but been there, but not on stage singing, y'all won't give me a mic. I got it. But just want to let you know, man, folk are watching. I've seen you, and I'm blessed every time you're on that stage, whether you're performing or receiving an award. I'm always getting something from you.
I appreciate
Now,
it,
with
man.
that being said, this was Up Close, in the
And
spotlight,
and
in focus,
all that.
with Kerry Douglas. I was just a guest host tonight, Marcus D. Wiley. But Pastor Mike, we would like for you to have final words and close us out with a prayer.
And if y'all want Marcus to come back, I'm going to do like Pastor Mike say, put it in the comments.
Hey. Hey, don't hurt my feelings. But yeah, Pastor Mike, close out with a prayer, not a long one. I know your ears to heaven. We don't want a long one. I got to go home and eat. But do your thing. Do your thing.
Well, man, again, I just want to say thank you to every person, man. I want to say thank you to every person, man, who supported me, who prayed for me. I mean this, man. A leader with no followers is just taking a walk. So that's why every place I go, I'm going to try my best to just always honor you and say thank you. It means the world to me. In 1879, a man by the name of Lewis Hartman of the United States developed what we would then call the first theatrical spotlight. It was a limelight which gave away to such light sources such as the arc or the electric discharge. Spotlight, the first theatrical spotlight, was founded in 1879 by Lewis Hartman. To this day, spotlights are being used, and none of us know who created it. My lasting word for you today is create something that outlives you getting the credit for it. That if everything in your life is about people saying, oh, Pastor Mike did that, you are thinking too small. Never forget I said this. The difference between a dream and a fantasy is who's being blessed. A fantasy only benefits you. A dream benefits everybody. And if you don't mind, I just want to pray a simple prayer over your life. Lord, your will, nothing more, nothing less, nothing else. In Jesus' name. And everybody said, amen.
Amen.
Hey, guys, before
See you
you log
next
off,
week.
wait, before you log off, everybody, let me make sure I bring this home. Kerry Douglas has developed something called Believe It Network. Although you're watching on YouTube, if you go to your app on your Roku app or you have a Roku TV or any type of device, if you type in the search part, Believe It Network, it'll come up. That's how you add it. Once you add it, you'll get the Marcus Wiley station. You'll get my station in the future. We'll drop exclusive content. It's called the Believe It Network. A lot of our sermons will be on there for inspiration, music videos, and more. Why is this important? Because when we watch TV, you do not necessarily ever find content that is inspirational, non-threatening, uplifting, for us, by us. So hear me when I say this, man. If you have a business, if you have a dream, think about this. You can be advertising on the Believe It Network. You could be sponsoring on the Believe It Network. It's over 1,000 people watching. The commercial for your product could have been airing right now. So do me a favor. I know a lot of people in this world, but there are certain people, when they say they're going to do something, they do it. When this brother say he going to do something, don't ask me how, don't ask why. It happened. So do me a favor, download the Believe It Network. Once I get through negotiating my $1 million contract to be on it, I will then be on the Believe It Network. No, I love y'all, man. God bless you.
I love
right.
y'all. I love you too, Pastor Mike. Oh, are we off?
Experience the most wonderful time of the year as Kerry Douglas presents Gospel Mix Christmas. This collection brings you holiday favorites, new school Christmas, and songs of worship. So let's celebrate with some of your favorite gospel artists, including Zacardi Cortez, Ernest Pugh, LaShaye Knox. Kerry Douglas Gospel Mix Christmas delivers festive songs of the season from Monica Lisa Stevenson, James Johnson, Nikki Ross, and Christmas flavored gospel from Keith Wonderboy Johnson, CQ Color, Paul Turner, and CMI featuring Angela Spinney. It's Kerry Douglas Gospel Mix Christmas, available on all digital platforms and streaming outlets. Text the word gospel to 39970 for A-list access to gospel news, events, concerts, and promotions happening in and around your